So this is my speaking mic. That should be okay. Should be loud enough. Yeah, you'll hear it twice. You'll hear me talk to you on the phone, and then you'll hear it come through. Really? It's got to be loud. Okay, hang on. No, just hold on. I just have to get my level set. So let me just keep trying. I got two mixes going. I got the room mix, and then I've got the mix going to the music. So I have to see. Is that any better? That's what I want to check. Yeah. So here's I'm playing piano. Okay, well, I can turn it up a little bit. Hang on. No, I just want to make sure we got everything right. It was distorting for a while, so I had to turn it down. So I went up and I went down. So I'll turn. So you're saying everything could go up a little bit? I only want to make small changes because it's real sensitive. That's okay. We'll see when Becky starts singing. Let me. I don't play normally. Ah. Yeah, you just gotta maybe put the phone down or. Okay, I'm going to check Becky's microphone. Why do birds? There we go. I don't have the chat on here. Let me get the chat screen going. Hang on. Becky's voice, yeah, is right here. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it in the middle of the green section. So ah. Yeah. Oh yeah. She's very far. Oh yeah. No, I didn't change much on the board at all. I didn't do anything. Didn't change anything. All I did is I adjusted the overall mix up just a little bit. know, you probably couldn't hear a word that I just said because I had the music turned up. Yes, okay, I think I'm starting to get the hang of this. So, you have to turn the music off if you want to speak because, so anyway. So there we are. So anyway, thank you everybody for joining. And like I say, I've got cross-country technical support with Joe Esposito in my left ear and Gene on my chat screen. And we have a couple more people joining here, so we'll be here in about 10 minutes. So if you could just get your popcorn and hang out, we'll be ready to go.
Well, folks, welcome to our Songs of the Carpenters live stream event tonight. We're so glad that you've joined us. We decided with so many people out there like us who remember fondly all the hits of the Carpenters and most especially the beautiful voice and style that was Karen Carpenter. Last summer, we put together a Karen Carpenter tribute band. Of course, tonight we can't have our band with us. Too bad. We sure enjoy playing with them, but we thought we'd do an unplugged version, so to speak. And we can do it as a duo, huh? Won't that be fun? We've done it before. We're doing it again.
We've done it again?
Yeah.
We'll do it again.
Let's make sure everyone can hear you
I
good
think,
on the
I think we went through and tested everything earlier, and we got the thumbs up from the technical crew. We've got,
yeah.
I mentioned before, looks like we've
Leanne,
got 4
Jean,
people on the
Joe.
chat. Not
Oh,
exactly.
hi, Donna. The fire is a nice touch. That's right, Donna. Well, let's hope it doesn't go out. It looks like it's another log wasn't put on there.
Oh, hey, I'll take care of that. Let me do that right now.
Oh, yeah.
We got to make sure we have everything right here.
Fire is important. Of course, this isn't called Fireside Live. That was last night. But we're going with the same theme. It's real nice. Kind of a cloudy, rainy March evening here. So the fire adds a nice touch. But we hope you'll reminisce along with us as we go down walk down memory lane and perform some of the greatest hits, and I'll be giving you some trivia in between, some interesting stories about the song and who wrote it and how it came to pass. That's a lot of fun. So I guess we'll get rolling.
We do have a couple
yeah.
people that have joined, so you may want to say hello to.
Oh, good. Hi, Deanna. Great. Glad you got on tonight. Really appreciate that. And a few more might jump in along the way that they got their links, but maybe they'll be joining us in a few minutes. So we'll get started now. Of course, we'd like to start out with one of their most beloved, biggest hits, Close to You. Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close close to you. Why do stars fall down from the sky every time you walk by? Just like me, they long to be close to you. On the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come true. So they sprinkled moon dust in your hair, of gold and starlight in your eyes of blue. That is why all the girls in town follow you all around. Just like me, they long to be close to you. On the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come true. So they sprinkled moon dust in your hair, golden starlight in your eyes of blue. That is why all the girls in town follow you all around. Just like me, they long to be close to you. Just like me, they long to be close to you. 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 All right. Oh, this is so great to be with you. Yes, Leanne, she's singing the background wahs along with it. No wonder it sounded so much better. You're coming through the television. I wish. Yeah. Oh, well, let's see. Now, Jean said background is drowning out your voice. Is that still happening, Jean? Do you mean the piano, or that was earlier? Okay, that was good. We've got.
Yes, that's earlier.
Well,
We're in good shape now.
Wanted to give you a little trivia about that tune. That, of course, is a Burt Bacharach song. And you know, when he wrote that tune in 1963, and they called it They Long to Be Close to You, he first gave it to Richard Chamberlain. Isn't that funny? Remember the act? Yeah, Dr. Kildare.
It's Dr. Kildare, yes.
From way back when. He wanted to, maybe do a hit song, Richard Chamberlain. Well, it didn't work out. The song never went anywhere. But when Richard Carpenter was given the tune by Burt Bacharach in 1970, he added, of course, all the lush harmonies that are a signature of the Carpenters, and Karen Carpenter obviously sang it and made it a hit. No one else could have done that because that song didn't go anywhere until the Carpenters touched it. Wasn't that funny? And it became a #1 hit and really was a breakaway hit for the Carpenters back then. So we'll continue through.
We have a new guest here.
Oh.
It's Jim.
Hey,
Jim Martinez?
that it must
that be Jim
Jim.
Martinez?
That must be the wonderful pianist Jim Martinez, based out of Sacramento. Appreciate you joining us tonight. That's great. Well, let's see. They had so many hits. Let me jump ahead to one from their 1976 album. This originally was a Herman's Hermits. Remember that popular rock band,
Yes.
Herman's Hermits.
Yes, good old Herman.
Well, in 1967, this next song was actually a hit for them. There's a Kind of Hush. But in 1976, when the Carpenters remade it, wow, it became another single success for them. So here's our little unplugged version, because a lot goes on in that song. It's kind of fun when it's with the full band. But hope you like our unplugged version. There's a kind of hush all over the world tonight. All over the world you can hear the sound of lovers in love. You know what I mean, just the two of us and nobody else in sight. There's nobody else, and I'm feeling good just holding you tight. So listen very carefully, get closer now and you will see what I mean. It isn't a dream. The only sound that you will hear is when I whisper in your ear, I love you forever and ever. There's a kind of hush all over the world tonight. All over the world, people just like us are falling in love. So listen very carefully, get closer now and you will see what I mean. This isn't a dream. The only sound that you will hear is when I whisper in your ear, I love you forever and ever. There's a kind of hush all over the world tonight. All over the world, people just like us are falling in love. All right, great. That was a fun one. Well, now this next tune, called Superstar, it sort of has a funny story to it. This song was very first sung by Rita Coolidge. You know, these are names of people that aren't very popular who get these songs and they go nowhere, you know.
And you would never think Rita Coolidge would sing this song. Or
Yeah.
even Bette Midler.
She was quite young. So Rita Coolidge, let me see if I get this story right. She actually wrote this song with someone I it was an obscure person, like just her boyfriend or something, but not a famous writer or anything. And her thought on this song Superstar was talking about all the groupies, all those screaming teenagers, who would go after the rock stars of the day. So she called this song The Groupies. And it was the same lyrics, but called The Groupies. And, and no wonder the song didn't go anywhere. Let's put on the Groupies. Real nice sounding tune.
Sounds like a sci-fi movie.
Yeah. So Richard Carpenter heard Rita Coolidge sing this. Isn't that funny? In 1971.
Well, actually, it was Bette Midler was singing the song on The Tonight Show when he saw it.
That's right. Rita Coolidge wrote it.
And
Bette Midler
was
sang it. Hey, this is getting weirder.
Yes.
In 1971, that's right, on the Johnny Carson show. And Richard Carpenter, like he did many times when he wrote songs, was listening to television, either a commercial or a show, would hear a song and something about it. He wanted to change it. He wanted to do something with it and wanted the Carpenters to make a hit out of it. And that's what happened with this one. Sure enough, he changed the title to Superstar, and it became one of their biggest hits. Hope you enjoy it. Long ago, and oh so far away, I fell in love with you before the second show. Your guitar, it sounds so sweet and clear, but you're not really here. It's just the radio. Don't you remember you told me you loved me, baby? Said you'll be coming back this way again, baby. Baby, 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 oh baby, I love you, I really do. Loneliness is such a sad affair, and I can hardly wait to be with you again. What to say to make you come again? Come back to me again and play your sad guitar. Don't you remember you told me you loved me, baby? Said you'd be coming back this way again, baby. Baby, 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 oh baby, I love you, I really do. Don't you remember you told me you loved me, baby? Said you'd be coming back this way again, baby. Baby, 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 oh baby, I love you, I really do. Great. That's a nice tune. Superstar. Hey, can they see you? It looks like only your hands can be seen.
No, I can
Are you
be, I
cut
can
out
be
of
seen.
this screen?
No, I'm down below.
Oh, okay.
Here. See if I'm, there I
Oh,
am.
I see. Yeah. Good. I'm just looking at this bigger picture up here.
No, it's just a different.
Thank you so much, folks. Oh, yes, and Jean, I meant to say hi to Karen and your puppy dogs and all of you there watching together. He mentioned that. Not
Ruby.
just him, so that's good. He's got the whole crew. Good to have you, Karen, too.
We'll have to sing that song, Ruby. Ruby. That's a good song.
You do that one.
I'll do that one, yeah. That's,
Oh, good.
Kenny Rogers, yeah.
Hey, guys, we're turning into Captain and Tennille.
It's General and Tennille. I was promoted last week, so I'm no longer a captain.
Oh,
Now a
great.
general.
Funny. Let's see. I'm singing the low background part for you. Oh, thank you, Donna. Eating dinner and enjoying this show. Gee, that's great, Jim. Did you get takeout or did you cook? Since either way, you're housebound there. Around here, even in Oregon, even some of the takeout places, the restaurants had to close and not even offer takeout. Unfortunately, because not enough people were doing that. It's too bad, but I know it'll bounce back here in a few weeks or a month or two.
Our favorite bakery had to close, so that was disappointing.
Yeah, right here in Aurora, White Rabbit Bakery has so many delicious gluten-free items, muffins and what have you, but yeah, not enough people. But it's good that we're all trying to make the best of it, and we thank you for bringing us a little fun by joining us so we didn't have to just no more singing, no more music. Wow, that would be a dry spell.
It would be.
Well, let's move on to one of my favorites. This next one, written and performed by Leon Russell, of course, and recorded by so many other great performers of the day. Helen Reddy did this one in 1972. George Benson made quite a hit of it in 1977. But in 1973, the Carpenters covered it and did a beautiful version of it, This Masquerade. Are we really happy with this lonely game we play? Searching for the right words to say. Searching but not finding understanding anyway. We're lost in this masquerade. Both afraid to say we're just too far away from being close together from the start. We tried to talk it over, but the words got in the way. We're lost inside this lonely game we play. Thoughts of leaving disappear each time I see your eyes. And no matter how hard I try to understand the reason why we carry on this way, we're lost in this masquerade. Both afraid to say we're just too far away from being close together from the start. We tried to talk it over, but the words got in the way. We're lost inside this lonely game we play. Thoughts of leaving disappear each time I see your eyes. And no matter how hard I try to understand the reason why we carry on this way, we're lost in a masquerade. We're lost in this masquerade. Beautiful song that we've loved through the years. No matter who records that one, it's a good one. Well, this next song, oh yes, we're up to 13
We're up to
people.
13.
Wonderful. Wow. You know, we're thankful if one person comes, to be honest with you, so any amount is great. And Leanne Olson, my publicist here, is talking to you all and welcoming you to the board. Thank you. Applause by Jim. Thank you.
Just want to let people know that if you are a subscriber or have a YouTube account, you can go on to the live chat. So you may see us talking to people here. Not everyone is chatting because not everyone necessarily would be on there doing that. But if you wanted to chat on the live while we're performing, then all you need to do is hit the subscribe button and you'll be able to do that. So just technical minutiae.
Well, this next song is pretty special because in doing so much research about the Carpenters that we've done and watched the movies about them and documentaries, boy, it's really heart-wrenching. A lot of the things that happened to him, of course, many people know, and she died so young of anorexia, but even just the turmoil in their lives, you know, up and down with a grueling schedule. Richard Carpenter taking sleeping pills, too many to try to just get rest, and then that did a number on him. At the same time, poor Karen trying to look thin for the shows and the cameras. Yeah, I've never done that. Maybe, but anyway, you know, that was sad. But you know, when they started, they were so fresh and bright and innocent going into this business. And the very first song that Karen Carpenter sang out in a recording studio that made the engineers and everyone in there stop and listen was the song All of My Life. And how that happened is they went into the recording studio, and she was just a teenager at the time, still maybe 18. Maybe 17.
Yeah, younger than that, 17 years old, I think.
Yeah, 16, 17, and of course Richard about 3 years older than that. And they started out as a jazz trio, and they wanted to record some songs as a jazz trio, which they were great at because they won the Hollywood Bowl competition in 1966 as best performing group.
Yep, Battle of the Bands.
Battle of the Bands doing jazz. But they got in the studio, and the engineer and the folks around said, you know, we're not really in the market to record a jazz trio at this time. Gee, have you ever heard that?
Yeah. Whoever is, really, to be honest with you.
But they said, we want some beautiful pop ballads and things like this. This was approaching 69 and, you know, getting like that. So they were just about to leave the studio because they said, sorry, you're good, but not as just a trio. Karen Carpenter on drums, Richard Carpenter on piano, and a buddy of theirs on bass. Mm-hmm. And Richard said, hold it. We want to do a ballad for you. and kind of forced Karen to suddenly sing. They weren't really even prepared for it, but she sang this song for them, and everyone's jaw dropped because they didn't know what a beautiful, rich sound she had. She was only a drummer up until then. And the song is All of My Life. All of my life I have been waiting for just one boy. And all of my life I have been waiting for all the joy of having someone that I can call my own, who come to my side when I am all alone. And now you are here and I've found a whole new world has opened for me. A world filled with joy, a world filled with all your love eternally. For you say mine, you love me all the time, night and day, come what may, and all of my life you will be my own. I just want someone that I can call my own, who'll come to my side when I am all alone. And now you are here and I found a whole new world has opened for me. A world filled with joy, a world filled with all my love eternally. For you say you're mine, you love me all the time, night and day, come what may, and all of my life you will be my own. Wasn't that a pretty song that, you know, kind of kicked off Karen Carpenter's career right then?
Yes, interesting ending there too for you music
I bet
fans.
Jim Martinez liked that ending. Oh yeah, this is the one song that I don't know. I played piano in a Carpenters tribute show last year. Nice tune.
Yes, we're trying to find the more obscure songs as we go along. Obviously, there's all these songs that everybody knows, and then there's a few that are amazingly great songs. And
In fact, there is a song that I heard because Richard Carpenter came out with a kind of a neat CD box set called From the Top. And literally on that CD set, the very first CD is way back. Get this, they actually put in songs that he found in boxes, you know, in tapes from 1965, 66, when they were recording in their basement, in their parents' basement, and he, you know, did the best with them he could by, you know, fine-tuning them in the studio. But it's really interesting, and he goes through 65, 66, 7, 8, before they were even famous and on, and thrown in there are some tunes that are so beautiful, and some now a couple of them are my favorites, and I had never heard them before this Carpenters box
so
set.
we'll be having a separate concert of, you know, the unknown Carpenters songs, the songs that nobody ever knew or couldn't. They never performed, and they were on the B-sides of the famous records, and nobody ever heard them. So,
Yeah, and especially on their very first album, Close to You kind of took over everything. That was the only song really that people associated with them almost
Right,
from
right.
their very, very
Oh, yeah.
first, called Offerings, they called it. But there's a song on there called Eve. If any of you want to look it up, and I'll be doing that, it
Yeah.
is so hauntingly beautiful, Eve. It's one of my favorite Carpenters songs that nobody knows about. Actually, let's go to Top of the World.
Top of the World,
Yeah.
a song that people do know about.
Yeah, we do know about this one, and of course the story here is once they hit it real big, and they were on a flight to Japan to do a big show after they became famous from the song Close to You. They were flying, and they said, and some of their band mates said, well, look at this. It's kind of like we're on top of the world. And of course, then here comes the, churning the creative juices of Richard Carpenter. He goes, yeah, top of the world, top of the world. And he and another bandmate started jotting down lyrics and wrote top of the world as they were flying to Japan.
And just one other little piece of trivia, just because we have Jim Martinez online here.
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
So we have this amazing pianist who's actually listening to me play. And
Nerve-wracking.
so it's a little nerve-wracking. I'm sweating here, sweat's beating.
Or
off
is
me.
it the wood stove?
No, I don't know. I think it's not. But this was supposed to be played by more of a country band, and we're supposed to have a slide guitar, and there's a lot of things. It's kind of difficult to slide notes on the guitar on the piano. So just want to make sure we
Yeah,
know
with our full band, we make these tunes sound really exciting.
Oh,
with another synthesizer and what have you. But
It's true.
well, they know it's unplugged.
Right. But check out JimMartinez.com. You'll see all of his great music.
Yeah, he
got
puts
some
on a lot
great
of
offerings,
shows.
yes. And we're going to make sure everybody gets promotion here as we come through this. So we have
Yes,
forgotten a few
all of
people,
you.
but everyone has the website. We'll be giving
Like
you
Donna
promotion.
Cradiful. Look her up online. No, she's a great friend and actually a very good singer that I sang with in college. So great to have you. Ha ha. Thanks, says Jim. Okay. So here's Top of the World, folks. Dun, 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 dun. Such a feeling's coming over me. There is wonder in most everything I see. Not a cloud in the sky, got the sun in my eyes, and I won't be surprised if it's a dream. Everything I want the world to be is now coming true, especially for me. And the reason is clear, it's because you are here. You're the nearest thing to heaven that I've seen. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world. Something in the wind has learned my name, and it's telling me that things are not the same. In the leaves on the trees and the touch of the breeze, there's a pleasing sense of happiness for me. There is only one wish on my mind. When this day is through, I hope that I will find that tomorrow will be just the same for you and me. All I need will be mine if you are here. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I've found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world. I'm on the top of the world looking down on explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world. All right, we made it through that one. It's a great one. Oh yeah, moving on to another great hit. Love this concert. My mom, Dolores, is also watching. Oh, hi. Hi, Dolores. That's a real treat. And Deanna, great. I am loving this concert. We really appreciate that. We all love the songs of the Carpenters, and people that don't even think they love the Carpenters, when they hear those songs again, oh yeah, that rings a bell. And it's a fond memory.
And we've had a lot of musicians that have played these songs who didn't think it was cool to like the Carpenters, like serious jazz guys, you know, bass players and
And
such.
now we've forced them into playing with
And then
us.
they try to play some of these arrangements, as Jim will well know, having played for the tribute band. You know, these are not the most simplest songs to play, and there's some really interesting harmonies in there that people don't realize till they actually play the music. So.
Yeah. It's a little more high-quality pop music.
Definitely.
Well, here, this next song was written by Carole King. And she wrote this song in 1971 for her album entitled Music. And but in 1972, once again, Richard Carpenter got hold of it and made it into their own, made it into a Carpenter's hit. And here's a little something funny. When Carole King saw them take the song, It's Going to Take Some Time, she heard their version of it and she said, boy, their lush harmonies and the flute solos and what Richard Carpenter has done to this song makes mine sound like a demo tape. Well, obviously Carole King's version was great too, but that's how much she enjoyed hearing Karen Carpenter. Oh yeah, getting some suggestions on some more interesting Carpenter songs to do in the future. Road Ode. That's an obscure one. Okay, yeah, I'll look that one up, because that could fill up a whole nother, obviously, hour for all of you, and we'll let you know when we do that. Obscure songs of the Carpenters. But for now, let's continue with It's Going to Take Some Time this time. It's gonna take some time this time to get myself in shape. I really fell out of line this time. I really missed the gate. The birds on the telephone line are crying out to me. Next time I won't be so blind. Next time, and I'll find some harmony. But it's going to take some time this time, and I can't make demands. But like the young trees in the winter time, I learn how to bend. After all the tears we've spent, how could we make amends? But it's one more round for experience, and I'm on the road again. And it's going to take some time this time. Some time this time, no matter what I plan. But like the young trees in the winter time, I learn how to bend. After all the tears we've spent, how could we make amends? So it's one more round for experience, and I'm on the road again. And it's going to take some time last time. All right, good. Good job there. To me, one of the most unique redos, if you will, revamps of a song that was already a huge hit that the Carpenters did was Ticket to Ride. As you know, that was a big Beatles hit. Who would want to touch that, I would think, and make something different out of it? But I think the way Richard and Karen Carpenter sang this next song, performed this next song, Ticket to Ride, as a beautiful, haunting ballad, made this song, wow, so great, so interesting, and a big hit. Maybe didn't get quite as much attention as it should have, because again, it was on their first album, and right. Close to You took up all the excitement. But Ticket to Ride, hope you enjoy this beautiful haunting ballad version that the Carpenters covered. I think I'm gonna be sad. I think it's today. Yeah. The boy that's driving me mad is going away. He's got a ticket to ride. He's got a ticket to ride. He's got a ticket to ride, and he don't care. He said that living with me is bringing him down, yeah. He would never be free while I was around. He's got a ticket to ride. He's got a ticket to ride. He's got a ticket to ride, and he don't care. Don't know why he's riding so high. You better do right by me before he gets to saying goodbye. He ought to do right by me. I think I'm gonna be sad. I think it's today. Yeah. The boy that's driving me mad is going away. Oh, he's got a ticket to ride. He's got a ticket to ride. He's got a ticket to ride, and he don't care. Don't care. beautiful tune. So sad, though. So sad.
Yes. There's a lot going on there musically that
Yeah.
can't play with two hands.
Yeah.
French horns.
Yeah, they
and
do so many
strings and-
beautiful things, and the ending is, the Carpenters version, so many lush harmonies. Wow. Beautiful tune. Well, let's see. This next song, I guess, could be categorized under one of those different ones that you don't hear. We'd like to do "And When He Smiles," another song that has a lot going on, exciting rhythmically and with their rhythm section and band that we can't do here, but it's a really fun, positive song, and I really enjoy it. So you may not have heard this from the Carpenters, but look it up sometime if you want to. "And When He Smiles." Hope you enjoy it.
And break out your bongos. You gotta get your bongos
Oh,
going.
yeah.
This is a bongo feature. so
Yeah,
get
yeah.
your
Too
bongos
bad we
and-
can't do that. When he smiles, he makes the sun shine. Wouldn't think to make it rain. Happiness runs in the family. He's a boy from the good old earth and the high tree forest. And he's just about the happiest boy that I ever knew. When he smiles, he makes me sigh. He doesn't have a point of view, but happiness runs in the family. He's a boy from the good old earth and the high tree forest, and he's just about the happiest boy that I ever knew. And when he smiles, he makes the sun shine, warms the day from morning dew. Happiness runs in the family. He's a boy from the good old earth and the high tree forest, and he's just about the happiest boy that I ever knew. Yes, he's just about the happiest boy that I ever knew. Yeah, how'd you like that one? That was different, wasn't it?
You can hear the bongos in the background.
Yeah. And of course, when the Carpenters do it, wow, it really
Oh, yeah.
pops. Boy, this wood stove and the fireside is pretty, I know, but
It's warm.
I probably wouldn't want to stand next to this more than an hour. I'm like, hi folks, how you doing? Just kidding.
Fireside
Thanks.
Carpenters.
Fireside, I wanted it fireside. Oh, fun. Well, here's another real beautiful tune that was a huge hit of the Carpenters and had so much depth and meaning to it. Rainy Days and Mondays. And this was a song written by Paul Williams. Paul Williams and Richard Carpenter collaborated on many of their tunes. But and this was yet another one. In fact, Paul Williams, I'll give you a little more info in a bit about how Paul Williams wrote We've Only Just Begun, the Carpenters' other huge hit right alongside with Close to You. But this is a beautiful melancholy ballad. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this favorite. Talking to myself and feeling old. Sometimes I'd like to quit. Nothing ever seems to fit. Hanging around, nothing to do but frown. Rainy days and Mondays always get me down. What I've got they used to call the blues. Nothing is really wrong. Feeling like I don't belong. Walking around, some kind of lonely clown. Rainy days and Mondays always get me down. Funny, but it seems that I always wind up here with you. Nice to know somebody loves me. Funny, but it seems that it's the only thing to do. Run and find the one who loves me. What I feel is come and gone before. No need to talk it out. We know what it's all about. Hanging around, nothing to do but brown. Rainy days and Mondays always get me down. Funny, but it seems that it's the only thing to do. Run and find the one who loves me. What I feel is come and gone before. No need to talk it out. We know what it's all about. Hanging around, nothing to do but brown. Rainy days and Mondays always get me down. Hanging around, nothing to do but brown. Rainy days and Mondays always get me down. Yeah, love it. Love that tune. You know, there's so many other songs we haven't even gotten to tonight.
Yes,
that
we'll need another concert, I
we'll
think.
definitely do another one,
Part 2.
part 2. But gosh, we have so many great ones here. I'd like to do just a couple more here. And this next one, Yesterday Once More, from the Carpenters' 1973 album called Now and Then. This peaked at number 2. And you know what kept it from getting to number 1 that year was the song Bad, Bad Leroy Brown. Wow, just the opposite of the Carpenters' easy listening. But it came in number 2, and that was great. And Richard Carpenter said that this was his favorite that he wrote. He wrote this one, the words and the music for it. and it's one of his favorites that he composed. So enjoy Yesterday once more, and then we'll conclude with their all-time biggest hit that has the most interesting story to it right after this one. When I was young, I listened to the radio, waiting for my favorite song. As they played, I'd sing along. It made me smile. Those were such happy times, and not so long ago, how I've wondered where they'd gone. But they're back again, just like a long lost friend. All the songs I love so well, every sha-la-la-la, every whoa-whoa still shine. Every shing-a-ling-a-ling that they started to sing so far. When they get to the part where he's breaking her heart, it can really make me cry, just like before. It's yesterday once more. Shoo-dee-doo-lang-lang, looking back on how it was in years gone by, and the good times that I had, make today seem rather sad. So much has changed. It was the songs of love that I would sing to then, and I'd memorize each word. Those old melodies still sound so good to me as they melt the years away. Every sha-la-la-la, every whoa-whoa still shine. Every shing-a-ling-a-ling that they started to sing so fine. All my best memories come back clearly to me. Some can really make me cry, just like before. It's yesterday once more. Every sha-la-la-la, every whoa-whoa still shine. Every shing-a-ling-a-ling that they started to sing so fine. All my best memories come back clearly to me. Some can really make me cry, just like before. It's yesterday once more. Shoo-dee-doo-lang-lang. Pretty, yeah, that was a nice one. Reminiscing on all the songs of the past that we love. And yes, Deanna, this one came back to you and the words came back instantly. Yeah, some of them, we haven't heard them in so long that you hear them again and you go, oh, that's right, I loved that as a kid or a teenager. Yeah. Well, we'd like to close out this wonderful hour with you reminiscing with the Carpenters, the songs of the Carpenters and the wonderful late Karen Carpenter. But now this one, we've only just begun, has the most interesting story to it, so let me just tell you quickly. This song was written as a bank commercial for a Southern California bank called Crocker National Bank. And of course, they used Paul Williams back then. That's what he did back then, writing jingles, writing songs. And so he wrote this song, but it was played kind of quietly behind what they were showing on the television advertisement of a young couple getting married, walking down the aisle, and then, of course, they needed a mortgage. And Crocker Bank was there to get it for them.
All newly married people need a mortgage. That's true.
Yeah,
Yes.
great. So anyway, they were using this kind of tugging at your heartstrings to get people to go to Crocker Bank when they've just started out, just beginning. But one evening when Richard Carpenter was watching television and saw this advertisement come on, he said, "Wait, what's that song I'm hearing in the background? That's beautiful. That has something more to it that I'd like to explore." So he got on the phone and tried to figure out who wrote this. And of course, Paul Williams did. So he got a hold of Paul Williams and he said, "Paul, get over here immediately. Even though it's at late at night, I want to talk to you about this song. Does it have a title? Are there more lyrics? Because I'd like to turn it into a Carpenters hit and take it off of just a bank commercial." Well, sure enough, the two of them came up with some more lyrics, and they called it "We've Only Just Begun." And it really became one of the songs associated with the Carpenters and beloved to this day. So let's close out with that one, folks. We've only just begun to live. White lace and promises, a kiss for luck and we're on our way. We've only begun before the rising sun. We fly so much life ahead. We'll start off walking and learn to run. And yes, we've just begun. Sharing horizons that are new to us. Watching the signs along the way. Talking it over, just the two of us, working together day to day, together. And when the evening comes, we smile. So many roads to choose. We'll start off walking and learn to run. And yes, we've just begun. Oh, sharing horizons that are new to us. Watching the signs along the way. Talking it over, just the two of us. Working together day to day, together, together. And when the evening comes, we'll smile. So much of life ahead. We'll find a place where there's room to grow. And yes, we've just begun. Oh, great, folks. Wasn't that a delightful walk down memory lane? with the wonderful hits of the Carpenters. And there'll be many more.
Thank you.
We'll schedule another one of these. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you
Thank
for
you,
everybody.
Donna. Thank you, Jim and Leanne and Deanna, and of course Karen and Jean and Dolores. We really appreciate this. Thank you so much.
And we want to thank everyone here because this, like I say, this is our third go at the live streaming, and we want everyone to know we're keeping track of everybody that signed in early, and there'll be some benefits for you folks moving forward. So
We're
we want to
keeping
make sure.
track of you.
Yes,
You will never be out of our grip.
We know. We have an encore request here. Leanne's asking for an encore. I don't know. We have to get a few more before we actually.
Oh
do
yeah.
another
Well,
encore.
no. If Leanne, come on. Well,
But, yes. Well, we'll be doing some more. And
if Leanne wants an encore, we'll give her a
yes,
song.
yes, we
Well,
have a
this has the word goodbye in it,
That's
so
true.
it could actually
that
be an
could
encore.
work. Yes. Okay. All right.
But-
We'll do an encore. We will do an encore. We're getting a couple
Pretty,
here. So.
pretty sad song this one is, Goodbye to Love. And you know, Richard Carpenter, this has another really funny story to it. Richard Carpenter was quite busy, of course, arranging and composing, but he did watch television in between and go to movies and things because he was always trying to look for his next inspiration. So one evening he was watching television and an old Bing Crosby movie came on, and it was called Rhythm on the River. And in this movie, the Bing Crosby, the main character, kept talking about, oh, if I only would have, the song I wrote only would have hit it big. If I only could have hit it big with that song I wrote, darn it. And the whole song, you know, was, the whole movie was talking about that.
Right. They kept mentioning this song, "Goodbye to Love." They never actually played the song. The song was
Yeah.
never played. He never played it. Never talked. All he
He
did was
said-
talk about it.
Right. And so that sort of frustrated Richard. He kept watching the movie to the end. Well, what's the song that never made it? Goodbye to Love. Surely they'll play it in this movie. They never did. So when that movie was over, he sat down to the piano and said, well, if I were to write a song called Goodbye to Love, I guess it would go like this. I'll say goodbye to love. No one ever cared if I should live or die. Time and time again, chance of love has passed me by, and all I know of love is how to live without it. Just can't seem to find it. So I made my mind up, I must live my life alone. And though it's not the easy way, I guess I've always known I'd say goodbye to love. There are no tomorrows for this heart of mine. Surely time will lose these bitter memories, and I'll find that there is someone to believe in and to live for, something I could live for. But all the years of useless search have finally reached an end. Lonely times and emptiness will be my only friend. From this day love is forgotten, I'll go on the best I can. What lies in the future is a mystery to us all. No one can predict the wheel of fortune as it falls. There may be a time when I will see that I was wrong, but for now this is my song, and it's goodbye to love. I'll say goodbye to Boy, that was a sad one, but we all love that one too, don't we? Yeah. 2 encores.
2 encore. Oh, come on now.
Wait,
We don't want to extend
don't you
this out too
realize how
far.
hot I am by this wood stove? Of course, that isn't your fault, is it? Oh, man, this is a sad one, but I love it. Yeah, love it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Donna. Thanks so much for the encore.
Get another encore request. Jim wants another one, so gotta please your.
I guess
your
we're not
customers.
boring people too much with our unplugged versions.
If they're not wanting to
Thank
leave.
you for
yes.
pressing in spite of the heat. Yeah. Like who should be upset that they're warm in March?
It's true. We're concerned that we have too long of a show, so obviously if you continue to want us to hear music, we'll play it. But well, what are we going to do?
Only yesterday.
Only Yesterday.
That's another one that was kind of a later hit. Do you like that one? Never bored listening. How many of you know the song Only Yesterday? Not Yesterday Once More, but Only Yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, that wasn't one of their huge hits, but
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
you
yes,
like
yes,
that
yes.
one.
We
Well,
got it.
let's try to do this one. We haven't done this one much. We added this a little later
recently,
in
yes.
our grouping of tunes. But if you don't mind giving it a try.
I'll give it a try. I know Jim's watching, and he's going to let me know. Every
He's-
time I make a
no,
mistake,
he
I know,
does-
Jim, please.
Jim knows.
Cut me some
Jim
slack here.
Jim's
Yeah.
not saying that. God, how rude. To no, he's very nice to you. Oh, that's funny. Bad joke there. Well, let's see. So we'll close out with this fun tune, Only Yesterday. After long enough of being alone, everyone must face their share of loneliness. In my own time, nobody knew the pain I was going through, and waiting was all my heart could do. Hope was all I had until you came. Maybe you can't see how much you mean to me. You were the dawn breaking the light, promise morning light, filling the world surrounding me. And when I hold you, baby, baby, feels like maybe things will be alright. Baby, baby, your love made me free as a song, singing forever. Only yesterday when I was sad and I was lonely, you showed me the way to leave the past and all my fears behind me. Tomorrow maybe even brighter than today, since love took my sadness away. Only yesterday. I've found a home here in your arms. Nowhere else on earth I'd really rather be. Life waits for us, share it with me. The best is about to be. So much left for us to see. When I hold you, baby, baby, feel things will be alright. Baby, baby, your love made me free as a song, singing forever. Only yesterday when I was sad and I was lonely, you showed me the way to leave the past and all its tears behind me. Tomorrow maybe even brighter than today, yesterday. Oh, that was a hard one. It was a page turner, huh? Yeah.
Yes,
You
that was
did a
the
good job on that one, not having seen that much.
third encore, not rehearsed.
Oh, well.
But that's okay.
Yeah, we love doing it for you.
I owe you 4 bars, but that's okay.
Yeah,
We'll
we
get 'em
dropped
back.
4 bars. We'll catch you on the other side. Well, folks, please stay in touch, and we hope that you'll join us. And you know, when we ask for money on PayPal, really why we're doing that is to kind of, if we did it, just send it out there. There's a lot of bots, and you know, what were you saying? And
Well, there
other
are some strange people out there that like to crash into live streams and
Yeah.
just make really snarky comments, and we
And
try
I've
to
had 'em before, actually.
filter those out. So we've asked people to give us at least $1. It doesn't make we don't make any money on that part of it. If they want to give more, that's great. But and then moving forward, we may obviously we'll go out more to people that we have their email, we know who they are. We'll send out requests for that. But we're kind of in our beta testing mode here, so we're just trying to get this going.
So by using the PayPal method, at least we know, well, these are people who really want to hear us and not bots and other people that want to come on and, you know, give us some lip. So anyway, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for understanding that. And we'll catch you around for another Carpenters concert and our Friday Fireside Live. Good night, everyone.